What's up, y'all? It's your boy, Mr. Cheap Sense here. And I actually tried to do this video in my car. I was just about done with it. And I realized when I went to open the package that I got today, I didn't remember the subscriber's name that sent it to me. And his name isn't on the box because he ordered it for me. It just has my name on it. Let me check and make sure. It came from Amazon. So, yeah, it doesn't have their name on it at all. It just has my name on it. So I had to go back in my Facebook Messenger section and find the subscriber's name, and I have it now. So let's get on with it. So, first off, the fragrance I wore today. But before I do that, I want to say, first, if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe to the channel. Make sure you ring that bell for notifications. I'm pointing as if there's something on the screen, but you all know in that right-hand corner, when you subscribe, there's that bell in the right-hand corner. You're going to ring that bell, and the icon's going to open up, and it's going to ask you if you want all, and two other options. Hit all so you get all content uploaded by me no matter what it is, anytime, day or night. Then you want to make sure you're active in the comment section. Don't just watch the video and not say anything. You can leave a thumbs up. You can leave a thumbs down. That lets YouTube know what kind of job I'm doing. In the comment section, you can say whatever you like as long as it's nothing derogatory or nothing that's gonna cause commotion or confusion. You can leave constructive criticism. I'm cool with that. Just for those idiots and people who like to troll and jump in the comment section like last night with that shave the beard off thing, keep all that drama to yourself. And then you want to become friends with me on Facebook. Leave me a message after you send the friend request saying, hey, I'm such and such from YouTube. I'm a subscriber, whatever. And then we'll go from there. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, you can follow me on Instagram. My name is Mr. Cheap Sense, all one word, no spaces in the middle. For those of you who are looking for me on Facebook, once again, because I have people who can't follow directions, who seem to can't find me by just typing in my name, which is Keith Crook, Keithcrook, and then off to the side, I made sure I put it on. I added it on there. It says AKA Mr. Cheap Sense. So if that's not good enough, then my picture is me in all white. I have an all white button up with blue cars all over it. All white shorts, white and blue casual shoes. There's a dove in the picture, and my kids are in the background. If that's not good enough for you to find me on Facebook, it was never meant for you to find me in the first place. Therefore, let's move on. Fragrance of the day, if you're not friends with me on Facebook or following me on Instagram, then too bad. You need to get up on your game. But those of you who are, they know I wore Dloce and Gabbana Pour Homme. This is the Eau de Parfum concentration, and this is Intenso. And I've seen not a lot of reviews on this one. This was not a popular fragrance, this one in particular. I've seen some reviews on it. The performance on it, they say, was piss poor. Smells good, it just doesn't last long. And I can't say that for the original. This is not the OG one with the, the sticker on the front. This is the one with the, the slightly raised wording on the front of it. This is the one I have, the reformulated version. But it still smells great. And I still get way better performance out of this one. Oh, it smells so good. Than I get out of what I'm about to talk about now. I'm going to go ahead and refresh my hand. Give y'all one more spray so you can see the atomizer is not bad. Now with Intenso, it has the same DNA as the original. You still get that lipsticky type vibe. It's more prominent in this one than it is in this one. For this to be an Intenso and Eau de Parfum concentration, this is a light fragrance. The lip stickiness in this is much more heavier and prominent than it is in this one, which is sad. Performance on this one, I got about an hour of projection out of it, and I got about 3.5 to 4 hours of longevity, which is not good at all. For somebody like me who doesn't really mind reapplying, I can deal with it. But for somebody who gets annoyed by a fragrance not performing, or you don't want to spend your hard-earned money no matter how inexpensive it is, and you just get butthurt by the fact that it doesn't perform, stay away from this one. I'm warning you now, this is not a fragrance that you really want to spend your hard-earned money for. Luckily, I got connections, and you know, it's not hurting me at all. But it's not worth paying for whatever you can find it for. I wouldn't, if I found this for $30, I probably still wouldn't buy it. If it was $20, I probably still wouldn't buy it. I mean, just for nostalgia's sake, having it in the collection, just because I have, you know, a few Dloce and Gabbanas over there, that's cool. But I think this is almost a redundant buy. I would say if you see this one in the wild, in which I've seen it recently, the bigger bottles of it, in which I may try to pick up one. But the bigger bottles of this are out there at rack stores. I would recommend this over this one any day. It's sad that the original actually outperforms the flanker. For this to be Eau de Parfum and supposedly an intense version, I don't know what they did. It's almost like they took whatever they had left over in the beginning that didn't come out right, and they just said, we're not going to dispose of it. We're going to bottle it up and sell it and see what we can get off of it. And that's pretty much what you get. You get like the ass end or the beginning stages of something that was jacked up, and they just put it in a bottle, and you know, some of us went out and got it, which is sad, man. It's really sad. You get Eau de Parfum concentration, something that's supposed to say intense or intenso, and it doesn't perform. That's ridiculous. But I'm not going to waste any more time on this one. Sorry if you all are disappointed, because some of you have been asking earlier this morning, what's this one like? I know Benjamin from Sotd asked, and another subscriber asked what I thought about it on Instagram. And like I always tell them, I don't want to spoil it before the video, before it happens. So here it is. This one, Dloce & Gabbana Pour Homme Eau de Parfum Intenso, is not worth the purchase in my book, unless you just want it just to have it. But 3.5 to 4 hours projection, definitely not as strong as the original in my opinion. Waste of money, if you ask me. So with that being said, let's move on. I said I had already started doing a video in the car. Oh yeah, how many sprays I did of this, which is ridiculous. I did 42 sprays of this today. 42. My initial sprays in the morning time are usually 7, but I already expected what to get out of this because I've seen some reviews before, and I have already smelled it before I even wore it today. And instead of doing 7 sprays, I did 14 initial sprays. So I did 2 on the back of the neck, 2 behind each ear, 2 on both wrists, 2 on the inner elbows, and that was it to begin with. And then a couple of hours later, it was already turning into a skin scent, a faint skin scent. So I hit myself 14 more times within a few hours. And then on top of that, around lunchtime, because it was already gone, around I'll say, it actually was around the 10 o'clock mark when it was gone. I had to spray myself again when I went to lunch at 12. So that was 14 more sprays. So 42 sprays of this, and it didn't last. The only 2 compliments I got from this fragrance was the 2 I got from my friend, and that was it. I was up on the floors today. I was in the hallways when I first sprayed this on. Nobody said not one word. I even was sitting in a room with somebody who usually says something to me if she's in the room, in a break room when I'm in there, because she says she can smell me when she comes through the door. And she didn't even say anything. So that says a lot in itself. I sprayed 42 sprays of this and it still didn't last. So enough about that. Now, this package, a subscriber, his name is James Barnes. He asked me if I've ever smelled Vera Wang for men. And I don't remember smelling it. I remember seeing it. I believe it was last Christmas across the street here at our TJ Maxx. And the price was okay on it. I seen some reviews. This was like early stages of me getting into fragrances. And I saw some reviews and they said that, you know, it wasn't that good. The performance isn't that great, but it smells good. And it deterred me from getting it. And I haven't seen it since. Not here. So a subscriber asked me if I smelled this before, Mr. James Barnes. And I said no. And I told him I had a chance to get it and I didn't get it. And he was gracious enough to order it from Amazon for me. And I appreciate this greatly. You guys are amazing. I can't say that enough. I think he said consider this a birthday gift, but it's a late birthday gift. So thank you. Thank you very much. So let's get into this. This is the 100 ml bottle. I don't know what he paid for it, and I'm not going to put that out there because it's none of your business. So let's bust this open and see what we get. I'm a little excited. It may not seem like it, but I've heard how good Vera Wang for Men smells. I've seen and heard over the years about Vera Wang fragrances, especially for women. And it's not talked about a lot in the fragrance community. Why, I don't know, but it's going to get talked about today a little bit. So let's see what we get. So first off, I'm not even going to do a presentation on it. I'm just going to spray and give you my initial first impression. So here we go. It's not a bad atomizer. Okay, so off the top, this is light. It's not a strong projection type fragrance at all. I got my hand away, my nose away from my nose, my nose away from my hand, and I just sprayed 3 sprays of this, and I can't even smell it in the air at all. Like those 3 sprays, and it still smells like a skin scent off top. About right here is where I stopped smelling it. So projection wise, it's not a projection beast. It's not a monster. Second of all, this is not a wow fragrance to me. I'm gonna give this some time to dry down more and see what happens if it changes. But right now, it's just okay. I want to see what happens with it when I wear it. And I think I'm going to wear this tomorrow just to see what happens. But I'll get my friend's opinion on it tonight. Maybe it's just the fact that I've been smelling these two Dloce and Gabbana fragrances and it's maybe in the air, in my nose. So I'm not going to knock this fragrance for what it is right now. I appreciate it, James Barnes, for sending this to me. And I will give this a wearing and see what happens. But I appreciate it, my friend. Thank you very much for the fragrance. I've always really wanted to get my hands on this one. I just never had the opportunity after I initially seen it at TJ Maxx last Christmas, I think it was, or the Christmas before last. But whatever the case may be, I appreciate it once again. You guys and gals are great. Like I say, you don't have to do these things, but you choose to do them anyway. And I appreciate it. I really do. I'm very gracious for, you know, the gifts, the thought of even looking out for me when you don't have to says a lot about a lot of you all's character and where you stand in life. I appreciate it. Thank you. So with that being said, I am out of here, guys. I need to take a nap before it's time to go to work. Hopefully I don't have to do any floors tonight, but if I do, I got to do what I got to do. So I am out of here. Here is to smelling great. It's your boy, Mr. Cheap Sense, checking out. Peace.